Hello everybody and welcome to the Ozzimon Library, and of course I'm your host Librarian. Just a quick little few things before we dive into today's video. First off, I apologise about the lack of uploads. During the end of October, beginning of November, I was suffering from an ear infection on the inner of my inner canal, and it is still recovering. It's taking a little while longer than anticipated. I am on antibiotics, and it has gotten a lot better since the first initial infection. So that did kind of knock me off waiver for a little bit. Second reason why another lack of uploads is just because I really need to figure out what I'm doing here on this channel. I want to start 2025 with explaining the Ozzimon. The Ozzimon is something that I want to work on and focus on. So another quick thing, thank you very much for the recent support on the Halloween month, the subscribers we've gained. It's been an absolute blast. Just for a note though, quickly before we dive in, this video drops of course on, well, now you're literally watching it. We'll do one more video in November, and then there will be 4 Christmas videos coming out in December, but it won't be one every Monday like the Halloween month. They will just be sporadically through December, but I'll make sure there's definitely at least 4 videos for you guys to watch. And then we're taking a break until the new year, and in the new year we'll dive straight back into our projects. Of course, there's few ongoing, and I really want to start explaining the Ozzimon. That being said, let's dive into today's video. Today we're diving into Power Rangers Jungle Fury. Casey is the Red Ranger with the Tiger Spirit, but what would happen if we gave him other spirits? I don't mean like him gaining the Shark Spirit or the Gorilla Spirit that like he does in the show. I'm talking about what if his base spirit was something different. This will have 3 parts though. The first part is just the initial Ranger look, the second part will be their weapons, and then the third part will be their master modes. I really want to dive in and do something creative here, not just give them jets and different colour palettes and more slimline suits like the jungle master modes. I really want to go all out on the master modes. So let's just dive in with today's video with the initial suits. So when picking exactly the animal spirits, I wanted to pick different locations, hence the title of this video. Jungle Fury kind of represents the jungle. I mean, we do have a shark and a penguin, which makes no effing sense, but I really wanted to focus on different types of animals going off different locations. So those locations being the snow, like the Arctic, Antarctica, Greenland, that sort of stuff. Then we have the desert, and we also have the sky. I know that's very broad and very odd, but I didn't want to do water because we already have the Shark Spirit, and Casey already has a water-based one. But maybe I could draw, I don't know, something like that in the future. Let's dive in with our snow spirit. I chose the snow leopard. It's a cat. It works well with the tiger spirit. During this, of course, all of Casey is the Red Ranger, so all of Casey's Ranger forms will be red. Jungle Fury is very plain and very easy. They're very martial art-esque as well, so there's no belt, so only one of the suits will have a belt. You'll see when we get there. Snow leopards are gorgeous animals, and they are greys and blacks, but the black was already highlighted in the Jungle Fury suit. So when designing the Jungle Fury alternate, which I've dubbed Arctic Fury, then I wanted to go with white. It's opposite to black. It stands out a lot more. The suit itself will stay relatively the same. It now has white blotches going down the sides, the legs, and on the shoulders and arms. And of course, these white blotches represent the odd shapes and patterns that a snow leopard could have. They don't have spots like a cheetah or stripes like a tiger. Their spots or dots, whatever you want to call them, are very mix and matchy shaped. It's very gorgeous. The helmet, the visor now has fangs, and of course we now have dots going around the helmet as well, because snow leopards can have markings across their face. So here we have the Arctic Fury Red Ranger. As you can see, it's very slimlined. I kept the martial art motif. The hand braces I kept the same as well. So going into our sky spirit. I know the sky is a very odd thing to pick from. It's very broad and oddly aspect, but there is aerial animal spirits in Jungle Fury. We have the bat, for an example. But there are birds that you could go with. So I decided to go with the owl. I went with owl because, like the Beast Morpher's yellow rabbit Zord and the Jungle Fury Bat Zord, there's some animals that have no representation in Power Rangers whatsoever, so I went with the owl. Now, I went with a strap across the torso and a belt, kind of symbolizing parachutes or wing gliders or something like that, kind of something that, like, you can kind of see someone who does aerial maneuvers or skydiving or something like that. The stripes on his arm and his legs represent the talons of a owl. Not only that, they are now a browny sort of colour to represent the type of browns and dark colours you can find in owls. The headpiece has now got frill marks on it, very similar to the Jungle Master mode. That's to symbolise the different type of owl heads you can get. And the visor now kind of has like two circular motions, trying to represent the eyes of an owl. So here we have what I dub Power Rangers Aerial Fury. Casey's Owl Red Ranger Spirit is really cool. Again, I kept the gauntlets. I did modify them slightly though in colour, ever so slightly though. And yeah, his belt also has an owl in the middle. And finally, for our last one, this one is actually the most different and the most odd and the most bizarre. The Desert Spirit. I went with a Rattlesnake. We have had a Snake Zord in Power Rangers. And not only that, Casey actually taught the same Ranger with the Snake Zord how to use his Snake Spirit. We never get to see the actual Snake Spirit though. So I thought that was a nice little tie-in to that. So, Casey donning the Rattlesnake Spirit, his suit now has these really desert-y, sandy brown coloured armoured plates on his shoulders, his gauntlets a bit more beefy, he's now got shin guards, and instead of markings on his sides or his arms or his legs, I gave him scaly patterns. His headpiece is a bit more bulkier to represent different types of snakes, and his visor now looks like an open mouth of a snake. I kept the white collar for all three Rangers. It's a weird colour choice, but I went with it. With the Rattlesnake Spirit, Casey would, of course, don a new Ranger team or whatnot, which I've dubbed Power Rangers Desert Fury. And there you have it. 3 real simple Rangers that I want to show off that I've been kind of working around. But again, there is more to these Rangers. There will be 2 more videos following this. Part 2, we're going to see what type of weapons each one gets. And in part 3, we're going to look at the master modes to each one. So, just to go over what we discussed, we have Power Rangers Arctic Fury, Power Rangers Aerial Fury, and Power Rangers Desert Fury. And each one, Casey gets a new animal spirit. Keeping the Red Ranger form though, he gets a Snow Leopard for Arctic Fury, an Owl Spirit for Aerial Fury, and a Rattlesnake for Desert Fury. Now, just a quick note before we end this video, I do have an Instagram, Ozzimon Library, which is linked down below. Make sure you go check it out. I'm showing off the artwork found in these videos. We've shown off the Digimon that we did, and we're showing off the Ultra Range weapons at the minute, but every day to every other day, we are uploading pictures so you can see the artwork. And the second thing I just want to really quickly mention is thank you very much for tuning into this video. Thank you for subscribing. I really hope we can get to 100 subscribers real soon. Like I said, one more video in December, you'll get your full Christmas videos, and then we'll dive back in to this particular run of our little series here in 2025. I look forward to explaining the Ozzimon to you and showing off what the Ozzimon actually are. And of course, with that being said, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know what other Rangers I should give alternate forms to. Maybe I could do this with all the Jungle Fury Rangers. Maybe you want to see, you know, what if Casey or another Ranger was in a different team? Who knows? Let me know. And that being said, of course, I shall see you guys real soon.